Ikhtiyar-ud-Din Muhammad bin Bakhtiyar Khilji was a military general who played an important role in establishing Muslim rule in parts of India in the early 13th century. His heroism dates back to before the establishment of the Ottoman Empire. In 1206, he led a successful campaign into the Bengal region and later became the governor of the region. A notable event associated with Bakhtiyar Khilji was the conquest of Nalanda, a famous Buddhist center of learning, in 1193. Bakhtiyar Khilji's military achievements contributed to the expansion of the Delhi Sultanate in the Indian subcontinent. Although his military exploits are well documented, historical accounts of Bakhtiyar Khilji's life and personality are less clear. Making a video about him can explore the historical context, his military campaigns, and the impact of his conquests on the cultural and religious landscape of medieval India. Ikhtiyar-ud-Din Muhammad bin Bakhtiyar Khalji was a Turco-Afghan general of Ghuri and commander of the early Delhi Sultanate, and was the first Muslim to conquer Bengal and Bihar. After his rise to power in eastern India at that time, the Dawah movement of Islamic scholars achieved the greatest success, and the largest number of people converted to Islam in the eastern Indian regions in the history of the Indian subcontinent. Bakhtiyar Khalji was a member of the Muslim Khalji tribe, who settled in Afghanistan 200 years ago from Turkestan. The Muslim Khalji tribe served as army chiefs in almost all the wars of conquest in the northeast. In 1201, the Bakhtiyars gathered only 2,000 soldiers and began raiding neighboring states. During that time, word of his valor spread, and many Muslim soldiers joined his army, thereby increasing his army. Continuing like this, one day he came to a place like a walled fort and attacked. The then king of Bengal, Lakshmana Sen, was staying in Nadia, the capital of Bengal, because Nadia was the most protected area from the attack of external enemies. It is said that shortly before Bakhtiyar Khalji's arrival at Nadia, some divine scholars of the Raj Sabha warned him that a Turkish soldier might defeat him. As a result, Lakshmana Sena became alarmed and strengthened the security of Raj Mahal and Teliagar, the entrance to Nadia. Lakshmana Sena was of the opinion that it was impossible for any army to attack Nadia through the Swapachankala forest of Jharkhand, but Bakhtiyar brought his army that way. During the Nadia campaign, Bakhtiyar advanced through Jharkhand so fast that only 17 soldiers could follow him. Bakhtiyar appeared directly at the palace gates of King Lakshmana Sena and entered the palace after killing the gatekeepers and guards. There was an uproar inside the palace, and Lakshmana Sen lost his vision and took refuge in Vikrampur by boat through the back door of the palace. All information regarding Ikhtiyar-ud-Din Muhammad bin Bakhtiyar Khilji is collected from Tabqat-i-Nasiri by Muslim historian Minhajuddin Shiraz. About 40 years after the death of Minhaj Bakhtiyar, he went to Bengal and mainly recorded the story of the Bengali conquest that he had heard, and the history is based on it. In the early 1990s, Bangladeshi poet Al-Mahmud wrote a poem called Bakhtiyar's Horse, in which Bakhtiyar referred to Khalji as an important hero of Bengal. He is one of the most famous people in the history of Bengal. A large number of people in India converted to Islam during the reign of Khalji of Bakhtiyar. Muhammad Bakhtiyar Khalji recited the khutbah and minted coins in his own name. Bakhtiyar's patronage established a new home for Islam in Bengal by building mosques, madrasas, and khanqahs, and his emirs followed his work.